Hello. Hi, world. I come to you have a glass of wine. I'm house sitting right now for my friend Julia, who is very level-headed and spiritual too. She is probably the person that everyone who knows her goes to when they're having a problem. I can't imagine calling someone just as crazy as I am for any advice. She's great. She doesn't, she listens to you. She doesn't tell you what to do. She gives you maybe options for advice, but she never makes you feel stupid or makes you feel like you have the power. She's just sort of a neutral person to talk to. She'll give you real advice. Yes. Not just say what you want to hear. So I really enjoy her house I'm staying. This is her yoga room. And I hope she doesn't mind me filming. This is her brand new guest bed. So usually this isn't in here, and I've done yoga with her in here, and she's amazing. So if you ever want to do some really great yoga, she's a good person to talk to. I had a couple things I wanted to talk about today. And I guess, let's see. There's a story I wanted to tell, because I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Just, it popped back up in my head. Every few years I think about this thing, and now everything's kind of coming to fruition. It's all happening. So this is sort of a big turning point, I guess, in my life. And Julia would be so excited if I told you this, but there were a few months over the last year, I would say, a few months where I had ladybugs all over me. It was like ladybugs in my car. It'd be snowing outside and I'd have a ladybug like on my shoulder. Or I'd be snowing or pouring down rain, just not the typical time you see a ladybug, and they'd be all over the office window. Just like blew my mind. I was just seeing them everywhere in different locations, different types of weather, and it was all the way from like last fall up until springtime. And I told Julia, she's very into shamanism, and yeah, she's really into shamanism. And she told me that ladybugs, they are a symbol of change, which made sense for me. Like, I have a lot of changes going on. I'm getting older, and I feel older, but yet I feel younger at the same time. I still feel like a kid, because I don't have any responsibilities. I'm not married, I don't have kids, and my career is sort of flip-floppy, and, you know, I'm not settled. But, so what I wanted to talk about today was an experience I had when I was, 21. I went to Philadelphia, and it was my first big trip alone. I hadn't been anywhere else. I hadn't been to New York. I hadn't been to Europe. Nothing. I graduated from college and I went to visit a friend in Philadelphia. And her name is Tessalina. And if she sees this, she might remember. Not quite sure. But Tessa was taking me around to the different neighborhoods and kind of showing me the cool or hip neighborhoods in Philadelphia. And we were talking about getting my hair braided because at the time she had this gorgeous weave and I loved it. She would get like maroon and pink and purple and it would be kind of braided up into a ponytail. And I just loved it. I always wanted to have something interesting like that with my hair, but it was always blah, like the standard kind of wavy but not really interesting hair. Anyway, we couldn't get it done. I forget which neighborhood we were in, but it was a lot like Capitol Hill in Seattle. And it was like Capitol Hill and the U District combined. And so we're walking down the street and we kept seeing these signs for like psychics or whatever. And I thought, oh, that'd be so fun to go get a reading because I never had a reading done. And a lady was standing on the sidewalk and she was a psychic. And I don't think she heard us talking about it because we'd been talking about it a while back. And she said, you guys, you need to come in for a reading. You need to come in now. And I was like, yay, this is exactly what I was thinking. I should get, I don't know, see what my future holds. So, we go upstairs and it was just, I don't know, 1-bedroom apartment above a store and not fancy. And the lady was really quiet. She didn't talk me into anything. She just asked what I'd be interested in trying. And I said I wanted my tarot read. And so she sat down with me and she read the cards, but most of it was stuff she was just, I guess, hearing, or messages she was getting from the spirits around her, and not really from the cards. And everything she said was kind of ringing true. She wasn't asking me to respond. I didn't say a word, really. She just, you know, she talked about my family, and my family was having some big issues, and my brother had just passed away, and it was kind of a crazy time for me. But I was also in this relationship, and it was pretty new. I mean, I think Travis and I had been together for like a year and a half, I'll say. A year and a half at this time. And I was pretty sure, I mean, I was pretty positive that Travis and I would be married. I mean, I was like, man, I'm so lucky. I met the person I'm going to be with for the rest of my life, and I don't have to date. Yeah. I was so sure. And this lady, she starts talking about that. She's like, you are going to be with this person for years, for a really, really long time. And you're going to do a lot together, and you both love each other very much, but you're not going to be married. And I was like, whatever, this lady is bullshit. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. And then she told me I'd be with 2 more people. She's like, I see you with 2 more people. And the first one is someone you're already friends with. And he has brown hair. And the second one is somebody you haven't met yet, and he's blonde. And just, you know, when she said that, I was thinking, yeah, right. You know, I was going through the list of friends I had, people I already knew, and I was like, no way, this is never going to happen. And all of those things happened. They all happened. But I remember after that, she kind of stopped the reading. And she wanted to make sure that I was focusing on the things that made me happy in life. And she didn't say anything about being with anyone else in the future, like getting married, having a family. She just said, I want you to remember to focus on what you love in life. And so now all of these things have happened. Travis and I have ended, and he's marrying someone else. And I dated this guy named Dan, who I've been friends with since before I saw that psychic. And then I started dating Scott, who was a blonde person that I met a few years later, and now I'm kind of alone. So, what's the future hold now? I don't know. I've had a few things done here. Julia is pretty entrenched in shamanism, and she's done a couple of different ceremonies with me, and I'm trying to kind of figure out where I'm supposed to be. But I can't help but think about that reading, because she stopped it so abruptly. And to be honest with you, to be honest with everyone, because it's important when you're having these feelings, that, you know, I'm suicidal. That's just the way I am. That's the way I've been for years. I'm always thinking, you know, people would be better off if I'm not here. What's the point in me? What's the point in me being around? Nothing ever works out. You know, I go through these things every single day. And luckily I had some training when I was a teenager. I went with a bunch of friends for a few days, and we had this camp on suicide prevention, and it was very, it was something I really benefited from. So I'm very thankful for that. Because if I didn't have that experience, you know, who knows what I would have done to myself with all these thoughts swirling around in my head. And it's hard to turn off your brain. A lot of people don't understand when you have thoughts like that. They don't understand that it's something that you're not controlling. I don't turn this on. It turns itself on. And, you know, I've tried everything to tune it out. Medication, yoga, and, you know, it may work temporarily, but again, it just flares up. Like last night, because I'm having a bit of insomnia, which is unusual for me. I can get to sleep for a little while, and then all of a sudden my brain just turns on, and I'm thinking, I'm alone, I'm stupid, I'm worthless. I have nothing to offer this world. Man, I kind of think this is why I'm here. I like to talk about my feelings. I like to listen to other people's feelings. If they're having a difficult time, I want to be there for them. So maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. Maybe I'm supposed to talk to you about my feelings so you don't feel alone. That would be great. If I'm helping you in any way, I'd like to help. I'm a Cancer, so that's the way we are. I love people. I hate people too at the same time. There's like I'm torn between two worlds, but it's partially because I drive a lot for work and I hate people when I'm driving. But in general, if somebody comes to me and they're having a really big problem, I have a lot of people who know I'm pretty emotional and I can express my feelings, so they feel more comfortable coming to me to express their feelings if they're having troubles. And hey, you know, I love it. If I can help just by sitting there and listening to you, I am so willing to be there for you. I feel like a lot of people kind of don't do that for me. It's like, sort of like that story, that Boy Who Cried Wolf story. You know, I've talked to a few people about my emotions and how crazy they get and how I have these thoughts. And I think I've said it so many times that they think I'm just looking for attention. And I disagree. I just think it's important to get it out there. If you're feeling it and you hold it in, you're more likely to do something like that because you feel like you don't have anyone to talk to. But I'm feeling that way, and I don't want to do it because I don't want to hurt people. My parents, my brother. So I say it to get it out there, to get it out. Like, this is the way I'm feeling today, and it's not good. And it's all in hopes that, you know, I'll change my mind. So I guess I just think it's important to talk about your feelings. I feel a little bit lonely at the moment because, well, I had a nice birthday like a week and a half ago, and it was very peaceful and fun. But as soon as that ended, everything just kind of went back to the same way it was. Like, you know, these old friends of mine had a party on Saturday, and they were all having fun together, but it wasn't something that I could go to for a couple of different reasons. And while I really want them to have fun, I also question, you know, what got me to the point to where I cannot go to these things. I can't go to the functions. Like, there's an old friend. I have a hard time saying he's a friend of mine because he's been a bit poopy the last couple of years, and, you know, really turned his back on me and does not give me the benefit of the doubt. He does not give me the benefit of the doubt. And he's getting married soon. I don't know when, like July, end of July, I guess. And I'm not invited, I'm not welcome at his wedding. And this is somebody I've known for a really long time. And another friend of mine who's not getting along with her, and I'm upset about that. I don't really have any say in it though. But she's not invited as well. And out of our old group of friends, you know, it's like, it's a real big, you know, sign that he's not approving of us. And he's like punishing us for the way we are. And that stinks. I'm really upset. I'm really upset about that. I'm really mad. Because I don't think I would ever do that to him. If he were to do, like, he's done a couple of things that have bothered me. And if he were to come to me today and apologize, I would forget all about it. But he cannot forget about what he thinks I did. He doesn't even know if I did it for sure or not, and I didn't. But he believes I did it. So I'm, you know, a terrible person. I'm not so bad. I'm really not so bad. I feel bad a lot of the time. I feel like a horrible person. I feel bad. I've been trying to contact an ex-boyfriend of mine, and I'm really reaching out there. But there's this line that you cross, I guess, where it's either like you're psycho stalking somebody or you're just trying to make an attempt to be a friend. And I don't think I've crossed that line yet because I'm not, I don't go over to his house. I don't call him all the time. I'll send him emails occasionally, or I record my voice and will send him a message. I mean, he has every right to not listen to it, but it's my way of mending fences, I guess. Like, trying to maintain some kind of relationship with him. And he's not open to it. He's not willing to try. I don't know. What do you do when somebody's not willing to try? It's like one person's putting effort in and one person's not. I guess I need to back off because he obviously has no interest in that at the moment. Maybe he'll change his mind. Maybe. I hope he does. I hope he does, because yeah, I care about him deeply. Deeply. His family. There's certain people that I want to keep around, and he's definitely one of those people. So anyways, I guess that's what I wanted to talk about. And I don't know what everyone thinks. They probably think I'm a goofy, I don't know. It's a dork. I'm a dork. Well, I am a dork, but I hope you guys don't think I'm annoying, and I hope you don't think I'm crazy, and I hope that what comes across to you is that I care and I love, and that my heart is open. It makes me vulnerable, but I don't really care. If I love somebody, I love them. That's all. Good night.